Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. We have here an article about a mural that has been on the Lower East Side of New York for many years, since approximately 1973 or so, maybe perhaps 1974. It was a collaboration of various artists and people that were trying to help teenagers at risk and give them something to do, a project to get them off the streets and to give them a meaningful activity and to leave a lasting impression on the area and to help them in their lives forward. It was also for Jewish identity in the Lower East Side, the New York area, the world as a whole. It touches on all of these various subjects, this mural. But now, unfortunately, it looks like its days are numbered, as there's going to be development in this building, on this building. It's possible that they might tear the building down, and so that would be the end of this historic mural. Let's take a look at this article. Let's take a look at it right now. And this is an article by Britta Lochting, Last Chance to See It Before It Disappears. Let's take a look at this right now. This is the mural right over here. So let's do a little reading of this. The heritage mural, which adorns the eastern facade of 232 East Broadway on Manhattan's Lower East Side, has already begun to disintegrate. Portions of the muted clay-colored and yellow paint have weathered away, leaving portions of the picture lost to memory now. Soon, the building will be razed for new development, and then the mural will live on only in photographs, as there are no efforts to recreate it elsewhere. On a recent afternoon, Sarah Kravisky stood in front of the mural and snapped photos of the wall on her iPhone. It's hard to see what's going on here at this point, she said, referring to the peeling paint. In 1972, Susan Green, an artist who was then the project director of City Arts Workshop, which facilitated and created public art, initiated the project by approaching the leaders of her neighborhood teen center. The Lower East Side had serious drug and crime problems back then, and City Arts wanted to get kids off the street. They came up with the idea to paint a mural, and Lenny Rosenberg and his friend Bobby Kaplan, who ran a teen center at the Young Israel Synagogue, put together a team. Here we have the mural. For 6 months, the group, which included Kravisky, met twice a week to brainstorm ideas and come up with a timeline of events pertaining to Lower East Side history that could fit together nicely in a square frame. In other words, they wanted to make an art piece that would cover Lower East Side history. So they had to compose a picture such as this right here. On the upper left-hand side, the mural depicts a group of immigrants passing through, that's right over there, passing through Ellis Island. Below, protesters are seen demonstrating as part of the social labor movement. Below, protesters are seen demonstrating as part of the social labor movement. There are nods to Jewish traditions, including Shabbat and Hanukkah. That would be right in the center, right here. Shabbat and Hanukkah. Shabbat and Hanukkah, as well as culturally relevant institutions such as the Forwards newspaper. It doesn't come out very clearly here. But anyway, as well as culturally relevant institutions such as the Forwards newspaper and the sewing jobs many immigrants held. We'll see if we can get it a little bit clearer. Anyway, to continue right now, 2 Jews are chained to a Star of David. That would be right over here. 2 Jews are chained to a Star of David, which is meant to represent the Jewish struggle behind the Iron Curtain. Above it, there is a representation of the Holocaust as flames engulf 2 people. The mural ends on a hopeful and forward-looking note as Krivitsky and another artist painted portraits of their parents alongside portraits of themselves to represent the generations, past, present, and future, of the neighborhood. Written on the bottom is the line, "Our strength is our heritage. Our heritage is our life." Quote, "It's our faces," said Krivitsky. "It's so sad to see it go." In 2015, the Bialystoker nursing home at 228 East Broadway, next door to the mural, sold for almost $18 million. With the sale, the owner, known only as 5-Star 228 East Broadway Development LLC, also acquired the adjoining lot and office building on which the mural is painted. Both buildings are to be redeveloped, though no exact plans have been made public. When the neighborhood heard the building would be renovated, several people sprang into action. Author Joyce Mendelson worked to get the Bialystoker home landmarked and was successful, which means the facade will be preserved. Unfortunately for the mural, the nursing home, with its Art Deco entrance and limestone engravings depicting the 12 tribes of Judah, took precedence when the preservationists picked which battles to fight. Quote, "The mural has no comparison between the history and significance to the nursing home," said Laurie Tobias Cohen, the executive director at the Lower East Side Jewish Conservancy. Though she expressed sadness at the mural's imminent demise. Quote, "There's no effort to do anything," she explained, gazing up at the painting. Quote, "When the nursing home decided to sell, all bets were off." Quote, "I'd love to see this thing get restored," said Lenny Rosenberg. "But unfortunately, I'm 68, and I don't live near there anymore. It's a shame that it was never restored or fixed up then. But as it turned out, it probably doesn't make a difference now that they're tearing down the building." Lenny Rosenberg was one of the people that got together to make the project at the very beginning. So that's Lenny Rosenberg. Tzipi Ben Chaim, who's been the executive and creative director at City Arts, which was formed in 1989 as the successor to City Arts Workshop for 27 years, explained that City Arts owns the copyright for the mural, but it does not own the artwork. Quote, "If we own the artwork of every building we created murals on, the owners would not let us do it," she said. 2 years ago, Kravisky, who lives in Florida, attempted to save the art and enlisted her son's help. He tried to reach the old owner of the Bialystoker nursing home, but never heard back. When he moved to Virginia for business school, no one else made additional efforts to contact the real estate company. Quote, "The push is always forward. I get it," Kravisky said. "I just think this is a cool cultural piece," she added wistfully. So there we have, that's the article. Britta Lochting is the Forwards Cultural Fellow. So this is the mural that was for many years, approximately 45 years, has been on the side of this building. So this soon to be part of history, but something does remain. The facade of the Bialystoker Home for the Aged will remain. That has the medallions of the tribes of Judah, so that will remain. Joyce Mendelson, the author, she lobbied to make sure that the Bialystoker Home for the Aged will be landmarked, and she won that, she, along with help from other people, and spearheaded by her, Joyce Mendelson. And so therefore that will still remain. The medallions, meaning the circles that have the symbols of the tribes of Judah, the symbols which adorned the entranceway to the Bialystoker Home for the Aged for all those years, since the early turn of the 20th century, which was an institution for many, many years. That will remain. So at least there is something that will remain of this whole institution. So thank you very much. Thank you. You're welcome to subscribe whenever you feel like. And thank you very much. Take care.